Hello, this one's going to be a fairly quick one. It's I saw this piece of text here, nothing is impossible, I do nothing every day, and I quite liked it, and I thought, what relates to that? I thought, we got two cats, they're quite lazy, they do nout all day. So I just drew a very quick cat asleep type vector, so I'm going to just show you how I create this into a vector and add some text to it and create a t-shirt basically. So I've drawn it, obviously, sent a photograph of it on my phone and sent it to myself, and now I'm just going to brought it into Illustrator. I've locked it, I've straightened it out, so I put a line on here so I could actually straighten it, and we're just going to draw around it basically. So you select our pen tool again, start a point wherever you want to start. Now I want a thick line around all this, so I'm just going to do a thick line first. As if you have watched other ones of mine, you'll know that I don't like to do a stroke line and make it thick like that. It looks a little bit too uniform, and I don't like them like that. So I'm going to do it a little bit non-uniform really, and do it my own little way. So this is just showing you how, again, I do stuff. So this is the shadow. That's shadow on the inside. So that's the outside. So slightly below the line, this is where it's going to be, theoretically, where it's lying, as it were. So, no, that's wrong, I wanted it there. So I'm just, obviously when you draw these things, you don't have to make them exactly as you draw them, when you can make mistakes, but you'll see once you start making them, drawing them, should I say, that how they turn out, how you want them to turn out, if they turn out right at all. Sometimes I've drawn something and I absolutely hate it and I have to redo it all, which, you know. So anyway, we're just going around this. It's now got to a fill of white and I don't need that because I can't see where I'm going, so I quickly take it off. This is the pen tool, and hopefully if you have watched a few, you'll know by now, or you'll be getting much better with using your pen tool, and it, you know, it's a great pen tool. And I'm not sure other programs, I'm sure they have equally as good pen tools, but Illustrators for me is second to none. And there's someone sending me a message. Right, so that's the outline done. Let's have a look. Fine, let's do the inside bit. So this is his head. I'm just going to start again, pen tool. Where's the pen tool gone? It's up here. So I'll click at one point and I'll just start creating what I want to do. So these are ears. Let's do these nice and simple. Let's not mess around. So, and we're just going to do the head. We want that part in front of it. So to make this easy, you could go back to front, this, that and the other, but you just, you know, causing yourself more grief than you actually need. So I am just doing bits here and there. Now I've put these anchor point, you'll see it where it tells you what I'm holding on to, what I'm grabbing, simply to try and show you, I didn't want to go up there, I want to go there like that, what points I'm grabbing hold of, what I'm doing, what they're called in here, that kind of thing. Because, you know, I can tell you one thing, I don't honestly, when I'm doing these things, it's just natural for me, so I don't actually see what it is I'm doing. You know, I press these keys and I haven't got a clue what I've just done, but it worked. So that'll do for the face. Let's do the body. Again, we're just following our lines basically. We're not going mad here. We don't want it to be, well, we don't want too much, we don't want it too great. People want to steal it then. Right, so okay, let's go up here. It's hard to follow it on blue. I think you can change it from blue to other colours. If you put it in a different layer, it automatically changes the colour. I think you get, no, that's not right, I didn't want that there, did I? Because that is its shadow. So it's come down here. Is where I want to be. I'm doing the inside bit. Yeah, so if you select another layer, you will get a different colour. And I just want to make sure this is working out right. So, okay. Sometimes the blue is hard to see, I have to say, but I'm kind of so used to seeing it and using it, I've kind of got used to it. And I'm sure you will, you know, obviously when you do start using Illustrator again. And you don't have to get the latest Illustrator, you really do not. There is some good bargains to be had. People are selling second-hand versions of Illustrator, Creative Suite even, for all platforms, at good prices. I mean, I've had this from day one. I've had it a long time. And it all depends. Yes, you can fund the Adobe Pocket. That's entirely up to you. I do for work. We have the latest one because we need it for what we do. But, you know, on here, you don't really need it. It's not important. See, that looks okay. That's the outline there. For some reason, we keep getting this keeps popping up every time you want to blow up. It's quite annoying. Right, so let's just quickly do the face. Now we can do one eye and we can copy it. So it just makes the whole thing a little bit easier. So to do that, the easiest way is to fill it with a colour. Get up here, you'll see the click on and hold, you get the reflective tool. So click, oh, you need that. All these nodes will need to be blue. They were white there, so it wouldn't have taken everything. Click on that again. Click in the middle here where you want it to move to. Click and hold. Hold down your Option key, which gives you a second arrow, a white one, which means it's copying, and drop it there. Simple as that. Nose wise, let's just do it as a bloody hell, what's it called? One of them. Oval, right? And then obviously we need to rotate it. So get your rotate tool, click anywhere, rotate it roughly, bring it over to here, drop it down. Needs to be a little bit bigger. Grab the corner, pull it out a little bit. Fine, that'll do. So now we need to do the mouth. So again, just nice and easy. That's not quite right, it's a little bit square there. So let's do that again. Let's delete that. Let's just try and we can change it, obviously. However we want to do it, really. So let's join that off. Let's get all the nodes blue, like that. Let's do again this, select the reflective tool. Click and join here. Hold down the Option key again. Move to there. That'll do. Let's make that all one. So select that, select that, select that. This is holding down the Shift key. Go to Pathfinder up here and unite. Done. There it is. One sleeping cat. I'm not going to do the shadows and everything yet. So let's just get rid of my picture. I don't need that anymore. Let's lock the background. Highlight the image, there it is. Let's make him a colour, I don't know, let's make him a grey cat. So this is the outline of the cat, so the inside will be grey. So this bit here, the outside bit wants to be black. So now you can see, but obviously we will change, because you're not going to see that on a black t-shirt, so we'll put a key line around him. But I'll show you that in a second. Let's just get his face, make that black. There you go, that's that. So there he is, our sleeping cat. So again, need to unlock this because we lock the face. Right, so let's put some, as we said, let's do our, so that, grab the outside bit you've done, move it to one side, move it out of the way here, stick a yellow stroke line on it, make it 10, go to Object, Path, Outline Path, Pathfinder, Unite. So that's one. Keep them all on the same line because it becomes easy to put them back together. So literally you hold your Option and Shift key. At the moment I can move it around if I don't hold my Option and Shift key. As soon as I hold my Option and Shift key, it goes onto their line, so I can pull it. It'll always be on the same as the other one. So, and it's the easiest way of doing it. Makes it easier when you put it back together, as it were. So I'll make that 10 again. Object, Path, Stroke Line. Selecting a different colour, obviously. Sorry, I forgot to say that. And then that's that. Bring the yellow on top of that one. Can't see that. Bring it to the front. That'll do. So then you go select them both, go to Pathfinder again and divide, ungroup, select the yellow, delete the yellow, select that fill of blue, make it white, and there he is, the stroke line that goes around the cat. If you hold down that Shift key, it'll stay on the same line when you take it over to here, so you won't have to be messing around with it. So there he is. Let's add a bit of colour to him. Sorry, not colour, shading to him. So we wanted a little bit. Now there's a really easy way of doing this. So you select that. That's the grey body part. You want that bit. Move it out of the way. So copy it. Move it out of the way. Get your pen tool. So you want a little bit coming down here, all the way on the body like that, up to that point there. Back down here, over there, down here, and round here, and just literally do that. So that wants to be a fill of nothing. So highlight everything. So that, the line you just created and the body, highlight them both, go to your Pathfinder again, and the divide tool, ungroup it, get rid of the bit you don't want, which is the main body. That's the bit you want left, make it slightly darker. And then when you plop that on top, so holding down your Shift key again, so it stays on the same line, plonk it there, there's your shading. It's as easy as that. So you want a little bit on the tail, so you do exactly the same thing. Grab the tail, pull it out of the way, pen tool, copying it obviously, so you just want, I would put a little bit here, a little bit up there, a little bit around here. I think you need some on his up here as well, so just do that. Take the fill off that. Select all, divide, ungroup, get rid of that, make that a darker colour, and then Shift key down, move over to there. I let go. There it is. So now we want to do his head. Same thing. Select the head, copy and paste. Copy it. So you want some, I would say, some down here, some across here, and a little bit up there. So let's start there, and let's go down that, across like this, and a little bit up to his ear here. So just do that. Will do it. Take off the old fill. You don't want that. That's a pen tool, highlight tool, sorry. Select all. Pathfinder divide, get rid of the bit you don't want, which is that bit and that bit. Change the colour of that. And move it into position. Didn't quite get that, did I? So I'll just move it back a little bit to there. That'll do. Where's the mouth gone? Set the mouth, bring to the front. Done. And if you want, let's do, just for good measure, let's draw this on, because we don't want it to be as close to the edge as the darker ones, and we're just going to do a very small lighter colour. because cats don't generally shine, do they? Well, ours don't, put it that way. Grab that, that's too close to there, just move it down. A bit on his head maybe. I say he, could be anything, couldn't it? Right, so looks like that. So that'll do for that. Done. That'll do. Let's group that so that all becomes one thing. So this is the text that I quite liked. I thought I just quite liked it. Anyway, so you don't have to put an image with these, but I think sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So, but let's use the top bit first. Nothing is impossible. And I'm going to do it on my arts like I always do, just because I think they work nicely. Makes them nice and clean. So I've copied the text, get the path tool, path text tool, click anywhere on there, and V, paste it in. Go to the black arrow tool, move this one, because obviously we want to move it. And now select that, and then you can, he says, select that, that's it, move that over. I quite like the font as well. It's called Garden Stone. Now, I bought a font pack many years ago for the company, and we don't use it anymore. So obviously I took it, and because it's my company, and I've been using it. It's got loads of fonts on it, loads and loads and loads, and some of them are just brilliant. Well, most of them are brilliant. So some of them you can't use because they're demos, but if you contact the it always has a license on it, and it'll tell you who made it and it contact information, and they may be able to, 9 times out of 10 they'll give it to you. They'll say yes, you have a license to use it, because it's probably that old. But sometimes there's a charge, but if you spend your time, just contact them or send them an email. 9 times out of 10 you'll get the font for free to use. Right, anyway, so I want to convert that to outlines. So type, create outlines. That needs to be slightly bigger, I think. So just grab the corner, holding down your Option and Shift does it in proportion. So that's that top bit done. We are probably going to change the colour. I don't know yet. So that, I'm not sure if that needs to be on a curve. I don't think it does. We'll centre it first, I think, and then we just literally, I think if you highlight that, it gives you the centre point here. Grab an arrow, click and hold, and bring a line across. Place it as roughly in there as you can. So that needs to be centered, so move that to the right. This is centering it all on the text, which it may not look right once you've done it. You may have to mess around and center this, and just to see where you're going with it, really. See if it does actually work. And the everyday bit here, I'm going to make that bigger to match the side of this one, the size of I do nothing, because I think it might just even it out a little bit. So let's type and create outlines for that. Not quite centered, so let's ungroup it. Let's delete this line, or let's just lock that line and move this across, just to make it, and bring it up a little bit. So let's unlock this. So that looks alright. Doesn't, as a t-shirt. Should have a look as a t-shirt. Let's see what it looks like. Let's get rid of the background. File and save it. I haven't saved this yet, so I'll just save it on my desktop. Let's call it cat with a capital T for some reason. Illustrator, and then we export it as a PNG file. Right, and then let's have a look at what it looks like as a t-shirt. I mean, I check it on Place It just to see what it looks like. It may need a little bit of jigging around once you've done it, but that's entirely up to you again. It's just making something, a little phrase, taking a word and adding a little graphic to it. And I'm sure you can buy sleeping cats from these vector for sale things. I'm not entirely sure, obviously, but now if we go to mockups t-shirt, I have an account with this, but I'm not going to use the permanent account. I'm just going to use the any old t-shirt. Let's select, I don't know, what have we got here? Let's pick her. She'll do. Right, here's a white t-shirt. We don't want it white, we want it, let's go dark, nice dark colour. Let's go for a purple. Let's see what happens there. So let's go to use on desktop, wasn't it? Desktop. Cat PNG, choose. Make it slightly smaller. It's probably a little bit too big. I do this by eye. You can center it properly if you want. And okay that. Let's see how long it takes to do this. Ages probably. And there you go. Looks alright, doesn't it, as a t-shirt, I think. So let's, I'll do this, screenshot, get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that, open this, just have another look. That's not so bad. Hope you enjoyed.